crap. Okay. Hey, my lovelies. This is Miss Ariel. Sorry about that. I was texting Bay. But tonight we're gonna do a nightcap video. That's what I'll be calling these videos where I'm almost getting ready to go to bed. And I just want to check in, talk about some topics that are on my mind, and see where you guys' heads at. Tonight I want to talk and touch on college life and seniors. Okay. I'm currently a junior, but I'm graduating early on my senior year. I'm currently dating a senior, for those of you who don't know, and he is graduating this year. And he's got accepted into the college that he wants to go to. And it's going to be the hardest day of my life, but I'm extremely proud of him because he met his goals. He accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish, and he got it done. And that's what I kind of want to talk about tonight. I know a lot of us as teenagers, especially in my generation, we want to sometimes give up, or we sometimes feel frustrated or overwhelmed, because I had my moment like last week when I was like, I just can't do this. But it's not necessarily schoolwork either. For me, it's just the thoughts of so much stuff having to get done in a certain amount of time. Right now, since I'm a junior, I have certain requirements I have to make, certain test scores I have to get. Even though I have my right test scores, I still want higher because I want to achieve the very best for myself. Excuse me. Also, goal setting. Growing up, my mother's always been like, you need a plan, you need a plan, you need a plan. You need a goal for yourself that you set, not just every year, but every week, you know what I'm saying? Every month. Make a list. What do you want to accomplish this week? What do you want to make sure you have done and what you know this week? Always, it's never too late to expand your knowledge. We as teens need to expand our knowledge a lot because there's so much going on in the world. Nowadays, we have teens being killed left and right. You have wars being spoken of that we have no idea about. And we have planes going missing out of nowhere. We today, as teenagers in this generation, need to make sure we stay on top of things and stay ahead of the game, or we will be left behind. And nobody's going to come back and be like, come on, let's catch up. We have to do that ourselves, especially being young adults. I'm going to be turning 17 in a couple of weeks. And all I could think about is that I will actually be, kind of looked at as an adult, an almost adult. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot more responsibility now. I'm about to have my own car and everything. And even though all that sounds so great and you're like, yes, I'll be on my own, you kind of get sad because you're like, no more hearing, come get dinner. No more clean your room. No more wash them clothes before your basket get full. No more, come on, y'all, time for bed. You know what I'm saying? You now will have to start making those decisions on your own. You tell yourself when to go to sleep. You tell yourself when you go brush your teeth. You tell yourself when to take a shower and when to wash your clothes. You will now be your own person and you will be out in the world. And I think that my mom personally has done a great job of getting my mind like, hey, you're about to be on your own. Get it together. She's had to get me many times and just shake me a little bit and be like, are you here? Are you focused? Because I need to know. Nobody's perfect. No teen is perfect. I mean, we all make mistakes. But we definitely want to make sure that our mind is set and that we're ready to be out in the world on our own. There's so many people being killed left and right, and me being a minority, a female at that, I'm looked at, particularly, people are expecting the most from me right now in my life. And I don't want to just reach their expectations, but I want to reach mine, which are way higher. I want to be an obstetrician. It's always been my dream. It's always something I've wanted to do. And I feel that I can get there. I know how focused I have to be. I know how much work I have to do. And I know how I have to get ready. I had moments where I've been like, you know what, maybe I'll just do this because it was easier. Or maybe I'll just be that. I mean, that's the same thing. I'm a doctor still. You know what I'm saying? But I had to really snap out and be like, you can do whatever you want. I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, you can't doubt yourself, because speak negative things will happen. Speak positive things will happen. Not only that, but you have to keep God first. God has a certain plan and layout for our life already. For those of you that go to church and believe in God, you have to really keep your mind steady and ready and focused. And I think I'm going to make that a thing that we do. Steady, ready, and focused. I'm going to make sure I write that down. But you really have to just be ready and always keep your mind attentive. I know we clown a lot and there's so much going on. We have certain stuff we want to listen to and get into. And there's so many, I guess I can say, hashtags in the world. You know what I'm saying? And we just have to, we just have to be on our A game, basically. Now, speaking more towards the college thing, I'm excited. Now, in my first plan, I wanted to go to a 4-year college. And my mom was like, are you sure? She was like, I've been there. It's a lot. It's a lot thrown on you in a short period of time, and you got to adjust like that. Nobody's going to be like, come here, baby. Come on. They're going to just be like, what's up? This is what it is. You take it or leave it. And I can sit there and be like, yeah, I understand. But now that I hear my teachers talk about it and really try to, get us, focused and look, this is what it really is. I'm like, okay, mama right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little nervous. And now I have a solid plan. I'm going to go to a community college first to finish my basic, get my basic, studies under control, all my English, my math, my science, and all that. And then I plan on going to a 4-year university for medical school. And I used to think, my mindset when I was a freshman, I was like, community college is for people who ain't trying to go nowhere, And I'm not gonna lie, I know you probably may hate me now for thinking that. I used to think that, now I don't. But I really was that type of person to be like, community college is for people who don't have a plan, or for people who needed a backup plan or wanted to stay stuck in the same place. And it's really not that. It's for people who really aren't trying to go out there that far. People who can get their degree and what they need in this space, in this area. The guy that I date is going to a community college first, and then a university maybe. You know what I'm saying? If he has to. And I'm okay with that. And he's okay with that, really. So it's not really my choice, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, oh no. But I'm okay with that. College is so important, and we can't take it for a joke. It's not about parties. It's not about turning up every second because you doing what you want. So you're like, hey, what? Hit that, hey, wanna, it's not that all the time. It's work, and it's tough. So we have to stay on top of everything, especially in college, because I know for a fact nobody's gonna be like, did you turn that assignment in, Jimmy? Elise, did you do it? We are held accountable for anything they give us. They're not gonna be like, okay, here's a reminder. They're not reminding us anything. We're basically adults being taught by adults, and they expect us to handle ourselves accordingly. And I feel that my generation, especially, needs a wake-up call. Like, hey, this is not about nobody else's life but yours. We have the ability to change anything in our life. We can direct our path wherever. Where I stay now is so much talk about gangs and fighting and shooting, and I just pray that the people I know, that anybody who's connected to me is covered and by God, and and is very cautious of their surroundings, because bullets have no name. And my mama has drilled that in my head. Anytime I ever say, can I go to this party and that party, she said, watch your surroundings. Don't go around no fights. Don't run towards no fights, because bullets have no name. And that's the truth. I remember hearing about a girl that was at a party and got shot by a bullet that wasn't meant for her. But it's just because she was in that area, wrong place, wrong time. And I feel like that's what my generation's kind of caught up in. They're caught up in the turn up. They're caught up in the high of wanting turn up. It's not that, I'm not even the party person. I'm in a high school sorority, so I have to go to certain events and perform. Or I may go because my sorority girls are going. I'm like, yeah, I'll come with y'all. Let's go. But I'm always cautious about who I'm with. I'm cautious about who is around me. So I really make sure I pay attention, because I don't want to be that girl on the news who they're talking about got shot accidentally. because she was at the wrong place and wrong time. You know, I hear too many of those stories. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want anyone to be that girl. But it happens, and we can't control why it happens. Another thing is seniors and juniors in high school. Right now, work for me is pretty easy. I'm kind of ahead because I'm an Army brat, so we've moved. Certain places have certain different school systems. So I've had classes juniors are now taking, but I already took. So I'm taking senior classes this year. And I'm liking it. Like, the work's not even hard. And I have so much relaxation. Like, sometimes I get home like, do I have homework? And I'm flipping because I'm like, dude, I ain't got no homework. Everybody else got homework. Where my homework at? And I'm like, I want some freaking homework because I'm just chilling at home all the time. But then again, I like it because I get to talk to Beck and FaceTime Beck. So you know. But, you know, I think that some of us are focused. Now, I see some of us like, you know what, I'm going to Harvard, boo. I'm doing the thing. I'm like, zoo you, boo. Zoo you. But, you know, I think I'm pretty focused. I'm pretty ready for what the world and what God has to offer me. Like, I'm excited. I have big dreams, big goals. I have great people in my life, and I feel like it's exciting. School's exciting. So I feel like some people who say that college is not for them, you're right. College is not for everybody. But community college now, that may be for everybody. I mean, just go and get your basics so you can at least say that I have this under my name. You want to be able to have a great job because now our economy is shot a little bit. Even though them gas prices is looking right, our economy is kind of shot. You know, we have like just so many people are trying to get a job. I remember before Obama got in office, we had so many unemployed people. It was crazy. And I recently heard how we have so many teens that are homeless. I personally am like a humanitarian. I feel that everybody deserves a chance at a great life. We have so many homeless people in the area that I live in that I am telling you now, the extra money I have left over for my birthday celebration, I am using that to go buy stuff for these homeless people and bring to them because there's a certain spot they're always in. And I want my friends to help me do it and my bae to help me do it. You know, I really just want to give back because I've been given so much in my life. And I know sometimes I've also taken stuff for granted and been selfish, but I want to use this time to give back. You know, before I go and do anything else with that money, I want to give back because I know that those people, we don't know who they were before they were homeless. You know what I'm saying? So many things can happen to this. That can happen to anybody. Anybody you see right now rocking the new J's or whatever, they could be homeless right now if it wasn't for their situation, if their path wasn't changed and anything. You know? And also speaking, since I mentioned the J's, there's so many people being killed over them. Like, you would think it'd just be a pair of shoes. Like, but you have people being shot, beat up, stabbed, mobbed, jumped for Jordans. And in my opinion, Jordans are nice. Some of them I be like, oh, that's some bad shoes, dog. Hey, bruh. But they're just shoes. I fantasize about 5 minutes and I'm good. I'm really good. I have one pair of J's in my closet, but I'm a big LeBron fan, so I slick be getting the LeBrons. And I'm a girl, so I'm a kind of a big girly girl. Toms and Converse are my thing, but I never really understood why somebody's life should be taken for a pair of shoes. Is it that important for you to be a part of I don't want to say cult, but like be a part of a trend at the moment? You know what I'm saying? Is it that important to take somebody's life? That is somebody's child. You know, he has a mother or she has a mother. He or she has grandparents and possibly children, and you take their life over shoes. I just find it absurd, and I find it just irrational. A lot of people in this world today need to have their priorities need to be checked. And that's why I'm making this video as well, because a lot of our teens these days in my generation need their priorities checked. The new word that was created in 2014, it probably been, created, but it got popular in 2014 was the word thought. I've used it. I'm not going to say I haven't, but I feel that girls take this word lightly. That when a guy says you're a thought, or you thought, or some kind of thought, that they take it lightly. But it's just like calling a girl B. You know what I'm saying? Or a slut or something. You have to be mindful of what you say to people. Cause for the fellas, let's remember, these girls have parents, these girls have mothers, grandparents, grandmothers, daughters, nieces, and everything else in between. You have a mom. I know you wouldn't call your mom no thought. You know what I'm saying? And I find it disrespectful. I don't find it funny at all. And some of the girls, the way the girls are carrying themselves these days in my generation is just tragic. So many girls want to have shirts up to here where their breasts are out, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care what's out. They don't care what's showing. They're not appreciating their body. Your body's a temple. And it doesn't even belong to you. It's God's. So it kind of baffles me when these girls sit here and show these guys their body parts and are out in the street doing God knows what or whatever, and not losing a part of themselves and feeling some type of way about that. I couldn't do it. I have way too much respect for myself, and I hold myself to a crazy standard. I couldn't do it. I don't even let a guy approach me crazy. If a guy says, hey, I hope he not talking to me. Because if you want to get my attention and know my name, you say, excuse me, ma'am, or excuse me, miss. You approach me with respect so you can get respect back. You approach me like you just straight out the street, like you just straight gangster. You say, hey, what's up, mom? Be like, not much, bro, chill. And you're going to look at me crazy because you're like, that chick just talked like I did. But I will give you what you give me. Not saying that I'll disrespect you, but I'll let you know right then and there that I'm not these girls you see in the street. You're going to respect me. And I feel like that's how every girl should carry herself. Never let a guy disrespect you. Don't ever let a guy call you out your name. Whether he say he playing or whether he joking or anything. If he's serious or playing. Don't let no man call you out your name. No boy call you out your name. You should have a lot of self-worth where you're like, if it ain't my name, don't call it. That should be it. There should be no between at all. Some females, and these dudes though should know better. But because they see how a female carries herself, they gonna say whatever. I have guy friends now and they say she act like a hoe, I'ma treat her like a hoe. And that's exactly what they say. And you can't kind of blame them, because if they see a girl who's classy, she wears a pretty dress to a party, and she's dancing, she's not dancing on everybody, just slouchy, letting stuff hang out and doing whatever, they're gonna be like, hey, she nice. But if they see her busting it open and dancing on every guy, trying to be in every guy's face, they're going to be like, hey, I can get her. I bet you I can get her. I have heard them because I have guy friends. And that's the reason why I always look at guys when they say certain stuff, like, you're lying. Because I have guy friends that let me know what's up. So it's never a question. We got to do better. My generation, we got to do better. You know? When it comes to school, we may be on our game and stuff sometimes, but as of holding ourselves to standards, having respect for ourselves, having respect for our young black queens, I mean, I shouldn't see no dude of an African American race, whether African American, Creole, white, Spanish, Hispanic, Mexican, Asian, Korean, Puerto Rican, I shouldn't see none of them, young men, grown men, old men, boys, calling any female out of her name. Respect these queens. Okay? They are all beautiful queens, whether you know it or not. If you don't think they're queens, if you don't think they deserve your respect, don't talk to them. Don't say anything to them. You know, that's why you have some of the girls act the way they do. And so many girls here are talking about they're bisexual. I heard something that broke my heart at school. A young girl talking about how a 12-year-old is considering herself gay. Now, when I remember when I was told what gay was and lesbian was, and that was homosexuality. Okay? And that wasn't a trend, or what I like to call a hashtag. That was a way of life, because that person cared about that person and didn't care if they were a different sex or different gender, if you want to say that. But they had genuine feelings for that person. Nowadays, today, where I'm at right now, 12-year-olds talking about they gay. Talking about they got 17-year-old girlfriends. Who, boo? Who? Talking about they kissed her here and they kissed there, and this girl got a girlfriend. She cheating on me with her and her. You are a young girl. And it's so sad that their parents know of this and say it's okay, because they're like, well, everybody do with it. Everybody is gay. Most people are gay. I don't think so. I don't have a problem with homosexuality, but I have a problem when it's being demonstrated in front of our young kids and they're taking it as like a trend, like it's a style. Like they're just like, okay, like it's the new next best thing. I don't think so. No. Because they're taking all the meaning out of it for sure. And it's not what it is anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that involves substance and feeling. It's becoming a joke. And that's where I feel like the parents are messing up at. Teach your kids better. Pay attention to your kids. Because half of them are out here doing what they want because they feel like nobody cares. So they're going to keep acting out, keep doing what you don't want them to do until you be like, stop. Until you shake them that one good time. They're going to keep doing what they want. And I mean, who can stop them when you ain't stopping them? The only thing that's going to ever stop them from doing what they're not supposed to be doing is a bullet, jail time, or they're going to just be in the street doing their own thing. There's too many girls I know personally, and I've seen pregnant at 16, 15, 17, and dare not say at 14. The way I always looked at sex, and I'll get into this part of the conversation in another video, but the way I looked at sex was as something special you share with somebody that you truly, deeply love. Not just the moment situation. You're like, oh my God, I love it because it feels good, and let's get it. And then you're like, wah, where'd this come from? You made it. Then you're like, I don't know how this happened. Well, if you sat there and did it without any kind of contraception, then you kind of basically planned it. I feel that us young girls need to be more cautious of our bodies. That's a main thing. Be cautious of your body and how you treat it. Don't just let anybody have your body. It's special. It's treasure. Like my uncle used to say, the P word rules the world. Okay? Treasure your body. Treasure yourself. You know what I'm saying? And make a guy get on his hand, like not his knees, but make a guy work hard for your attention. Don't be easy. You're not easy. You are a treasure. And if they want you, they can work to get you. I just really want to pinpoint that. That's stuff that's been on my mind heavy this week because I see it too much. I see it way too much. And I really want us as a young generation to really be the example for the next generation. I have a little sister. I dare not ever tell her to go to any events I went to in my years of being a teenager. Oh no. Who? She ain't going nowhere. She want to go somewhere, I gotta go with her. And if I can't go with her, she ain't going. I'm pretty cool now. I can turn up when it's the right time and in the right way. But I couldn't allow her to go out. She's such an innocent person, and she's so quiet and just in her own shell. I dare not let a person from the wrong tracks come in her corner and try to influence her, or try to pop that shell and try to get on in and be like, girl, why are you doing a cha-cha slide? Let's twerk. I don't think so. You better cha-cha slide over there. You better twerk that way. Because I don't like the example my generation is setting for my sister's generation. It's nothing healthy. And I feel like this won't get into our heads until someone like me or somebody else down the line is speaking on it. You know? And I don't know. I just really think that we need more adults speaking to teens, going out there trying to say, what's on your mind? Talking to them and trying to really be there for them, because they need it. They really need it. But I'll check you guys in the next video. And so don't forget to subscribe, comment, bring up any topics you want me to speak on next video. And okay, that just messed up my video. And I'll talk about them. But until next time, my loves.